So there was a guy in the theater I was in who was laughing so much and so hard that he couldn't breathe at one point. He was like, but did I think it was that funny? So The Naked Gun 2025, starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, is a reboot/sequel from the 1980 and 90 trilogy starring Leslie Nielsen. Yes, those names are very similar. I had to do a lot of takes for this. So before watching this movie, I saw the original Naked Gun starring Leslie Nielsen from 1988 on Paramount Plus, just so I can get an idea and compare the movies. And this movie starring Liam Neeson, he is so good. He is really good in this movie. He was the perfect casting for this role. I mean, we're used to Liam Neeson being Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars or the guy from Taken. Like, he's an action star, and now doing a comedy like this, the role fit him perfectly because he's still serious. You still see him as an action star, and he is in this movie, but he's also funny. He has those one-liners in this movie that you're literally laughing. Like, it's joke after joke after joke. And again, he's the perfect casting. Pamela Anderson is also in this movie along with Liam Neeson, and she kind of plays a role similar to Priscilla Presley from the original. Again, also playing homage. I think she does very well in the role. I think she's also just as funny and just like Liam Neeson, serious but funny. Those one-liners, it's so good, and it fits for her. Their chemistry together in this movie is really good as well. Paul Walter Hauser's also in this movie, and he's also good. Yeah, he's more to the side. He has like the secondary role. He's kind of like his partner, but he's not in it that much. But he does also do a good job. The movie is directed by Akifa Schaffer. He's most notably, I guess he's done like Hot Rod, and for me, most recent was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus, which I really enjoyed. And so, he knows comedy and he does well. It's produced by Seth MacFarlane, and I feel like there's some Seth MacFarlane in here. Again, though, it is very similar to the original anyways. He's not a writer or anything, he's just a producer. Overall, the movie is funny. It is good. Like, it really is a good movie. And like I said, it's funny. Now, it also has its flaws. There's some things about it that, for me personally, don't work. For some people, it might. But for me, it doesn't. There's two scenes in particular that are back-to-back that, for me, they just don't work. For me, I don't think it's funny. I think it's a little too far. Some people think it's funny. The theater was laughing for sure. But not everybody, but for me, it just was a little too much. There's a similar scene in the first movie, but not as long as in this one. But again, it is funny. Liam Neeson's the best part in it. Like, you always just can't wait and anticipate what else is he gonna say or do, because like the type of jokes. I mean, look at the poster. Look out, crime. He's fully armed like that, and look at all the arms. Like, that's the type of comedy, and it's that 80s, 90s comedy that honestly you don't see or have seen in a long time. And I kind of grew up with some of this in the 90s. It was kind of already fading out with me growing up. Leslie Nielsen, when I was a kid, he was in a movie called Mr. Magoo that I remember, and that I remember was like dumb funny like this. I think I've seen him in other things. I don't know if I watched Airplane or not, or this one. I honestly don't remember. But him in general is familiar to me as a kid. I don't know if I just saw him around or whatever in some things, but anyways, like overall, the movie is funny. It is a good time, and honestly, it was great to be in a theater with it. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'll wait till streaming to watch it." I mean, I saw this on the second week it was out, and the theater was pretty full for being the second week. And everyone was laughing. Everyone was enjoying themselves. And it was great to be in a theater like that, which for a comedy, I haven't been in one like that for a while. So it was great that this came out, I think, in the theater. And it was fun. I hope they do more. I really do think this movie will be a sequel. I see it. I see them making more, especially at least in the theater I was in, the amount of people that were there. And if it makes more money, and if Paramount sees like, hey, let's make it happen, I think they would. I think Liam Neeson would do it, and they shouldn't do it without him, like, for sure, because he, again, this is the best thing and best part of this movie. There's laughs, like I said, just those two scenes, which honestly, after those two scenes, like, for me, it kind of took me a while to start laughing again, but I did, and I did enjoy it, and it was a fun movie. Like I said, this type of comedy isn't for everybody. It's not. Some people think it's dumb, and some people think it's too far. I have a brother who grew up in the 80s, and he didn't like these movies, so I know he's not gonna like this one. And then I know other people that I could hear them laughing if they were there with me. And then also maybe not liking like the scene that I didn't like. But I do think it's an enjoyable movie. I think it's fun. It took me some time, like I was on what to score this movie, especially because of those two scenes, and I kind of had a lower rating. But then thinking about it, I was like, it was enjoyable and it was funny and it was good, and it definitely did have me laughing out loud. Not like the guy next to me who couldn't breathe. Not he wasn't next to me, but in the theater who couldn't breathe. But it did have me like in those moments where I was laughing. So I do give this movie an 80%. Because yeah, it was good and it was fun. It really was fun, and it was fun being in the theater with everyone. Like I said, enjoying this movie. And like I said, I do hope that more comedies come out in the theater and are fun like this. And that's that was the good thing about this movie. That overall it was fun. So that's why I do give it the score that I give it. And because I like Liam Neeson. And he really was great. Like I said, overall fun movie, good time. But also, like I said, not for everybody. So have you seen The Naked Gun? Will you go watch it? Have you seen the original? Did you like the original? And if so, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.